Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Set up, 60 yards. No chance. Check. Greystone travel. Check out read.
First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Ready, break.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Mike, 58, right there. Too little, okay? 58's the Mike. 58. Hey, high 7. 58.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Topper. Bam. Hey, zoom. Get it.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision. And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. And keep it up. Mike 54. Let's go.
Lock now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week, and here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set 18 Gator. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, Alpha.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Rip right. Rip right.
Hey, watch that. Watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
I got him.
Hey, Charlie.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
That's trash. That's trash. Right there. 54.
Go out.
54, Mike. You don't want this. Kill.
Go on. Go on. Shoot.
Into the red zone, it's locked. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
You got time right there.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, D. Check. Watch out.
Mostert. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
Here's Mostert. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. We own them. We own them. Check 99. Check 99. Shoot. Let him go.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They're hard. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
Check. Fresno.
Line them go.
This is Mostert. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Check.
Ready.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Patrick. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. We're scoreless after 1. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Look at me. Zipper.
Back up. Watch the safety creep.
5.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch 52. Listen. I'm here all day.
Check 26.
Out. Line them go.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Line them go. 52. Good track. Line them go.
Here's Watson. He's got Fuller.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
You ain't doing nothing today. Strike your 52, right 52. Better bring it. You better.
3rd and 2, Watson. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Watch the eye.
Tight dog. Check.
54. Watch the slant.
52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Right here.
Whip. Watch the whip. He's crashing. He's checking.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On first down, Watson. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
31. Mike 5-2. Come on.
Check. Hot route. Hot. Switch.
Throwing again is Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's taken down inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
54.
Watson on first down. Dumps it complete to Miller. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Kill. Alert 3.
Check 37.
Now Mostert. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Hey, Mike 52.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Ready up.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Smooth.
Watch Mike. I'm coming. 52's the mic, boy. 52.
Big grip.
Play action. Now it's locked. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
5-2's the mic. Mike 5-2. Wild Bill. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Let's set
Hey, Echo.
set a tone.
Mike 52.
They gonna need some therapy.
Go.
On play action, lock. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
13 more yards. That's another.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again.
16 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll look to run with Freeman. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
The 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 52 the mic. Check 52 the mic. I got you, boy. I got you. 52, Mike 52. I'm coming after you. I said you. I'm coming after you.
Watson now. Gonna throw again. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Watson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
What you got, Abby? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. And 24. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 43's the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Whoa. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Watson's pass intercepted. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why? This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big-time play there for the Texans. 45 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Fuller. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
He's checking. Let's go. Check nickel. Watch twist.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Come on, set. Hey, come on now. Check three.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Ready?
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down.
No!
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch.
5.
Throwing his lock on third down. He's got his tight end fan. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
Here we go, here we go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line.
Check. Check 43. Save.
Right on.
And he's got room. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Denver. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
They'll run here with Freeman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
Ready?
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go.
Check 9. Check 4. Let's go.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And the Texans, 1st down.
This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10.
Let's get the ball. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Target. 52 is the Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by Brian Body Calhoun.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Jackson will throw again. He's going to air one out. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. He'll field this at the 5. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They try to set up the bubble screen here. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Let's go. 15 run. 15 run. Let's go.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Broncos.
Come on, set. 70. Indy.
I got it.
Hit it.
On 1st down, Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's got this down to the 35. Denver has the 1st down, the play going for 15 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. He'll get this one to Patrick. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there of 22. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Locke now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ready? 8, read.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
Check 50. Check 50.
Big ass. Big ass. Big ass.
Snap.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Yeah. Safety's creeping. 53. Ready.
From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Down. 30 base. It's our time. It's our time. Hey. 58 for Mike. 58. Go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. 5.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Right there. Gotta do better. Come on.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now a throw here to his running back. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On the ball. Mike. 43. It's coming this way. Yeah. Here we go. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check. 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down, Houston.
And Jackson throwing once more. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your number 1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jackson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Again, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get them a 1st down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
50, plant.
Number 53, Mike 53. Let's pick it up. It's out.
They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today. Hatchet.
Jackson to throw again. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Von Miller in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Denver, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it, as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.